Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dr. Claudia Albers, Planet X research and professional physicist. And today I'd like to bring to you another one of my articles. This one is entitled Apocalyptic Weather, Ice Age or Superheat. Now, as I have detailed in article 460 entitled Planet X Increasing Effects on the Earth, pink fog, fissures, gigantic rogue waves, etc., our planet is being affected more and more by the Planet X system stellar cores that have been invading the solar system for thousands of years. These objects have huge clouds of debris around them, and this debris enters the atmosphere and creates luminescent clouds, pink fog, and absorbs energy from the Earth, thus drawing heat from the Earth's core. Because of the effects of these objects, the Sun is dying and has already turned into a dark star. And you may look at article 453 entitled The Sun is Now a Dark Star, i.e. it emits no light. However, the powers that be have known since at least 1985 that the Sun was in fast decline and was going to go dark, and that the comets had something to do with it. And for more details on that, you may look at article 446 entitled When Did They Find Out That the Sun Was Dying? And they put plans in place to replace the Sun with sun simulators as well as a sky simulation system. And here is one of the devices that are in the sky and are used to do this simulation. And this one, as you can see, it's hexagonal. It seems to be made up of an array of hexagonal mirrors. You may look at article 388 entitled The Sun is No Longer Shining, Sun Simulators Replace the Sun for more details. This simulation system has been keeping the atmosphere heated ever since the Sun went completely dark. This most likely occurred by 2011 when the sky suddenly going dark in Argentina suggested that the sky simulation system was already in operation then, as only an artificial device can suddenly switch off. Other natural events such as the Sun going dark, an eclipse, or a huge dark cloud would cause darkness to fall gradually. And you may look at article 382 entitled The Sun is No Longer Shining, Surface Observations. And you can see the screenshot from a TV report on what suddenly had happened, that the sky suddenly went dark. This occurred on August 12, 2011 in Argentina. And the light gradually returned, but the suddenness of the sky turning dark could only have been produced by the artificial illumination of the atmosphere malfunctioning and turning off. Only an artificial device can suddenly turn off. The fact that the sky could become so dark in the middle of the day shows that the Sun was not shining then. It is also possible that the Sun started going dark for at least extended periods of time by 1998, as this was about the time when the global chemtrail program started. It may even have gone completely dark by then. The reason why the artificial sky simulation system fails seems to be as a result of Planet X dust sometimes entering the atmosphere in greater quantity than the system can deal with. This seems to be the reason why it failed in Russia in July of 2018 and caused 3 hours of darkness in the middle of the day. On that day, the local population noticed as well that the air temperature was lower than usual, which suggests that the artificial chemtrail layer, which creates the artificial greenhouse effect, was not as successful as usual at keeping radiation within the atmosphere, and that therefore the Planet X dust entering the atmosphere created holes in it. And you may look at article 451 entitled The Sun is No Longer Shining, the Russian Event and Sudden Cold. And this is it's a report reporting on something which they called a sandstorm hitting a city in China. But as you can see, it doesn't look like there's any sand around. The sandstorm, of course, starts with the word sand, and it should only apply to a storm that is made out of sand. But there's no signs of sand. No swirling sand around, only what seems to be a light pink fog, decreasing visibility. Swirling sand would produce swirls of sand causing dark and lighter regions. In a photograph, there's nothing like that. There are no signs of that here. So this cannot be a sandstorm. This is pink fog produced by Planet X dust entering the Earth's atmosphere. And you may look at article 446 for more details on that. Now, reports of the sandstorm hitting China turn out, as I said, to be pink fog created by Planet X dust entering the atmosphere. But this suggests that the term sandstorm is being used deceptively to hide the fact that more and more Planet X dust is entering the atmosphere and creating luminescent cloud at different altitudes. Planet X dust leading to cloud condensation close to the ground should be called fog, as it is mostly made of water, not sand, or it could be called mist. Usually fog if it's created close to the ocean. Now the fog is pink, yellow, or orange because stellar core dust absorbs energy from Earth matter, which causes it to emit light. Luminescent clouds at higher altitude are creating strangely colored, often pink, red, or orange skies, which you can see here. And these are the apocalyptic skies over Jerusalem, which are now a common sight at sunrise and sunset. As you can see, the clouds are emitting red and yellow light. You can see the yellow coming from the bottom of the clouds here at the bottom, and there's red light in between. So these are clouds that are emitting light. They are luminescent clouds, and they are created because there are cloud nucleation centers or cloud condensation centers inside the water droplets that have condensed from water vapor into clouds. And this Planet X dust is low in energy, so it absorbs energy from Earth matter and thus emits light. As more and more Planet X dust enters the atmosphere, more and more holes will be created in the artificial greenhouse layer, and thus cause the temperature in the Earth's atmosphere to drop. This therefore seems to be the likely reason why several reports have been made regarding the arrival of a mini ice age in recent weeks. Is this likely? More and more regions on Earth will be affected by sudden sharp drops in temperature as a result of the Earth being increasingly impacted by Planet X dust. However, these objects also draw energy from the Earth's core, and this energy emerges at points where Planet X matter makes contact with Earth matter. The region where most of this contact occurs for Earth is in the Earth's upper atmosphere. This will lead to the upper atmosphere heating up. There will most likely also be huge electric discharges between the Planet X system objects and the Earth's upper atmosphere, which will also greatly heat this part of the Earth's atmosphere. This means that as more and more Planet X dust and stellar cores approach the Earth, the upper atmosphere will become hotter and hotter until the greenhouse layer will become undesirable as the atmosphere will become overheated. At this time, there may also be so much light being emitted by the upper atmosphere that it may seem as if the sun really is in the atmosphere. In this case, the Earth's upper atmosphere will become so ionized and hot that it will be almost like living on the surface of a star. So in conclusion, the Earth is likely to be affected by sudden drops in temperature as a result of increased amounts of Planet X dust entering the atmosphere and creating holes in the artificial greenhouse layer. But over time, the upper atmosphere is likely to become superheated as a result of a continued increase in Planet X dust, drawing energy from the Earth's core, at which time extremely hot temperatures on the surface will be the result, as heat from the core is transferred to the upper atmosphere. And these are the references. This is Dr. Claudia Albers, Planet X physicist. Thank you for watching.